Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Chip Conner, a very special player for the Los Angeles Slam, and of course you would know that once you come to one of our games. Chip, I got a lot of questions for you. Let's first start off, obviously we got behind early in the game.
Yes.
The energy maybe needed to be built up a little bit more. It did happen. We made a big run, we came back, then you came in and provided that energy underneath. Talk about your hard work. You know, you talk about professional basketball, and not often enough do you see players that are working hard underneath and around the basket to get baskets, to get their team involved. You do that. You take pride in that. Explain to all the fans out there, and especially the youngsters, how working hard is just as important as making a three-point shot or things like that. It's very important to get the hard work done underneath.
It's more about detail, and I use that aspect in every part of my life as far as doing the little stuff, because every little detail counts to make a big picture. So if it's like putting a puzzle together, if you only go for the big pieces, you're going to end up missing something. So with schoolwork, I was always trying to be the best. With my job, I wanted to be the best. And even with basketball, which is my job, I always work hard, I train hard, just like homework. My homework is working out 2-3 times a day just so I be ready to help in any way I can for the team. If it's cheering on the bench, if it's getting a rebound, if it's even just getting water for the players that's coming out, I just feel like my part of the team is just everything that needs to be done. And that's part of life.
Chip, talk about the lunch pail mentality that you have. You know, a lot of people that may be in the NBA want to feel like they want to come off and start, but as we all know, it's not really who starts the game, it's the people who finished. You finished tonight's game. We made a late run. We came up a little bit short, but we got very close to coming back from a huge deficit. Talk about to the young kids out there that want to come to a Slam game with their parents watching, how you came in, provided that energy, and how big energy is, like we said earlier, to be able to get these guys through it. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, you want energy. You teach your young kids how to play basketball. Yeah, they want to be a three-point shooter, stand behind the line and dunk the ball, but you know what? Getting and being a professional basketball player and being paid to do something you love, like you do, you have to be hardworking, and if not, if you're in it, you're not going to be there long. Tell us, you've been doing it for a long time, and obviously your hard work's the key factor.
I don't know about a long time, but yes, I guess it started from my days at Kentucky State University, and then when I went overseas to Singapore. When I went to Singapore, it was always about doing the little stuff. And out there, it's real competitive. So if you're not able to be a role player and do whatever needs to be done to get the win, usually they'll send you back. So when I come on this, my mindset, my mind frame is always do everything I can to keep my job. I mean, I love playing basketball. It's one of the best things in the world to do. So why wouldn't I give it my all when I'm on the court? I can rest after the game. I can, you know, take care of my body after the game. But during the game, my nickname for the team is Junkyard Dog, because I do every little thing just to help the team, whatever it is. And that's what kids should take into life, in the school, homework. If you do your homework, if you listen to the teacher, if you study hard, anything's possible. And the same thing with basketball. I was out a year ago because of a meniscus surgery, and this is my first year back after rehab and everything, and I felt like I needed to work hard, and if I didn't work hard, being 28, it would have been harder to continue playing. And if it's something that you love to do, you have to go all out. If you don't, who knows where you'll be.
You talked about hard work, Chip, and obviously that's his middle name, and of course you need to come out, fans, and watch Chip Conner play in the game, because he is a role model. And you know, when it comes down to it, Chip, I'm sure you agree, basketball is a game, but life, you know, people have a life after the game, and you teach these young kids, I see them talking to them after the game, here teaching them basketball, and that's what's invaluable about the ABA and the Los Angeles Slam, Chip. You go to an NBA game, you may see 2 or 3 superstars, but you know what? You won't see a guy after the game like Chip Conner spend time talking to the kids on how he got successful. Obviously, he's here in the ABA. He's with the best team in the ABA, the Los Angeles Slam, and the reason why he got there is his work ethic and his incredible athletic ability. And tell us how also that's so impressive to you. Obviously, he must have grown, he grew up with great parenting, great coaching from your family.
Yes, I did.
And I want to ask you one more thing. You know, a lot of guys, whether it's the NBA or the ABA, feel like they have to start. You know, tell the young kids out there that it's not so much having to start the game. Anybody can really start the game. You come in at the end of the game, isn't it as important to be in the game in the fourth quarter when the game's on the line than in the first quarter when really you're getting to see the flow of the game and what's happening? Explain to the fans out there how it's important that, you know what, you're coming in off the bench, you're just as valuable as the 5 guys starting.
Yes.
And the young kids need to know that if you're coming off the bench, there's been great guys like Dennis Rodman in the NBA, Jason Terry. They had no problem with it. Rodman, a Hall of Famer, Terry, a superstar athlete, and look what they've done. They've accomplished great things coming off the bench for the benefit of the team, which is what you do.
Yes, I think it's never about who starts but who finishes. But at the same time, it gives you time to pay attention to the game, see what's going on, and also gauge what do you need to do when you get in the game. Like, I saw that we wasn't rebounding, so I figured whenever I got in the game, first thing I do is rebound, box out. If I saw that it wasn't no scores in the paint, then let me post up and score on the paint. If we didn't have no perimeter shooters, I would step out and take a jumper. It's just, starting is a good thing, but finishing the game was more important than anything else. As long as you finish the game, that's the main thing.
Let's wrap it up, guys.
Okay. Chip, what's one of the most important things you